Hello and welcome. Today I'll be giving you 7 tips on drawing with a pen. Make sure to stick till the end, where I'll give you a bonus tip on how to mix up your artwork and color it. Tip number 1. Make a sketch. Pens don't allow many room for mistakes, so a sketch is a good idea. Use thin lines that you can erase them easily later on. Tip number 2 is that in order to darken some area or really highlight it, instead of scratching the pen, you can use a marker or a pen with a larger tip. For example, in this case, I used a marker to draw her eyebrows and later on also her eyelashes and some parts of the hair. Tip number 3 is layering and hatching. Because the pen doesn't allow many room for smudging and it's basically permanent thin lines, I think the best way to shade and make shape is by hatching with thin lines, not too bold, and doing it over and over again. Tip number 4 is area darkening in order to fix shading issues. In our example, you can see I didn't like the area above her lips, so I tried to shade the entire area of the lips and then even decided to shade her entire face. That way, the shading balances itself out and the mistake of overshading is not as apparent. Tip number 5 is watch the direction of your lines, especially when drawing hair. If you mess up the direction of the lines, the end result may not look real. By the way, remember tip number 2 when I talked about bold versus thin lines? Well, here I made a big mistake using the marker to shade her neck. A pen would have given a much better result. It's not crucial, but I think it will make the final result look much better, so don't forget to erase your sketch. Tip number 6 is drawing intuitive patterns instead of trying to achieve full detail. In this case, the woman I was drawing was wearing some sort of lace sweater. So I just drew the pattern intuitively to make it pass a feel of lace instead of fully trying to achieve the details. Tip number 7 is adding a background. It took me a while to realize, but actually adding a good, well-drawn background can make the difference between your drawing looking like a sketch or a finished artwork that could be put on the wall. And as I promised you, here is bonus tip number 8. Immerse your drawing in the background. It is not by mistake that I overdrew the acrylic colors into the drawing. Actually, this is the part of the immersion, a cool trick that I learned online just not a while ago. is that after I draw into her just a little bit, not overdo it like I did with the red on the right, then I could take an acrylic pen or a really small brush and highlight her outlines, and it looks amazing. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you learned anything new and if this video was helpful. And as always, like, share, subscribe, and have a wonderful life.